Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatly Tone's Beatles channel. Absolutely lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me on this video and I hope you're all doing well. Now, on this channel I like to do lots of different types of videos and mix up the content a bit. And so today's video is going to be, I'm going to be showing you my recent record finds that I found this week. Now I've not done one of these videos before, so you know, if lots of people like this sort of stuff, then I'll do more of them. So don't forget to tell me down in the comments if you want to see more of this sort of stuff. Tell me about stuff that you found recently. I'd be interested to hear all that. So on Tuesday, it was Mrs. Beatley Tone's birthday, and we went up to London for a day out, and we ended up miraculously in a couple of record stores. Now, no, that wasn't the only thing that we did. I'm not a cruel person. That isn't the only thing that we did. We went to see a Paul Weller exhibition at the Barbican, and we had a meal out and we went to the theatre in the evening. But during the afternoon there was a little lull, and somehow there was this magnetic pull towards record stores. So primarily I was obviously looking for Beatles stuff, but I did manage to spend quite a lot of money on non-Beatles stuff. I bought a couple of Stones albums, a couple of Who albums, a couple of Joni Mitchell albums, a mid-70s pressing of Bob Dylan's Times They Are Changing. But I did manage to find 3 Beatles items that I'm pretty chuffed to have. What I was actually looking for was vinyl copies of Paul's Memory Almost Full and Driving Rain. They're albums that I've got on CD and I had on CD since they came out, but I've not managed to get the vinyl of those, and they're pretty hard to find. So if you've got a copy of Driving Rain or Memory Almost Full on vinyl that you don't want and you want to flog it to me, let me know in the comments, because I'll be quite interested in buying it from you. So before I get into showing you what I bought, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you a shout out, the recent subscribers: Mark Watson, Giuseppe Francavilla, Kevin Loynan, Greg Kellenberger, Hybe Nerinchek, 1960 Queasy, Lucario Ultimate, Carry On Ethan, Edward Russell, Caesar, Tony DeMeo, Perry Orzo, and Robert Gosling. I'm really sorry if I pronounced any of your names wrong. I did try my best. So thank you very much for subscribing, and big hello from me. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, supporting the channel, give the video a like, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss a thing. So the first Beatle item that I found was this. First pressing of the Long Tall Sally EP, in absolutely, the sleeves so clean, beautiful condition, really nice condition, and there's the record, and look, there's not a mark on it really, and I played it and it sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with this. This is what I consider to be the most important of all the Beatles EPs, because it wasn't on any of the albums, the original albums, and the tracks that are on it, the 4 tracks that are on it, were actually the last tracks that I managed to get when I first started my Beatles journey. I got them on the Rock and Roll Music album, came out in 1976, and that was me complete. But they were the last ones to get because they don't appear on any UK albums. So I was really pleased to get that. It's in fantastic condition. I only paid a tenner for it. I thought that was really good. So I'm well chuffed with that. So the second thing that I found was this. A Spies Like Us 12-inch single picture disc. And the right way. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? This wasn't too bad either. I think this was about 12 quid. and it's got 4 tracks on it. Spies Like Us Party Mix, Spies Like Us Alternative Mix, Spies Like Us DJ version, which is pretty much the single, and My Carnival Party Mix. My Carnival being the track Wings recorded in New Orleans 1975. There's a couple of versions of it on the Venus and Mars archive collection. I think a 3-minute version and a 2-minute version. This is a 6-minute version on. Well, this is a different mix. It's fairly interesting. Most of the other music on here is the DJ version is pretty good, but the rest of it is too long and, quite frankly, a little bit rubbish. But as a lot of 12 inches were in those days, the extra mixes. But I have got this on black vinyl. I got it on black vinyl when it came out in 1985. And that will feature in my next video, where we're going to have a look at the 12-inch singles that Paul put out in the 1980s. So stay tuned for that one. But I'm pretty pleased with this. It does look lovely. It plays lovely, and it's just very nice to have, really. So the third and final item that I found was this Japanese version of Walls and Bridges. This is a 2005 issue, and it's not one of those super CDs, the superior sounding quality ones. It's just the normal issue, but I'm a bit of a sucker for packaging, and I was drawn towards this because it replicates the proper packaging of the original album, and none of the other CD issues, I think, do that. So I really liked it. So I'll just take it. It comes in this sort of this plasticky stuff that's not exactly shrink. I don't keep shrink anyway, because I don't really see the point. I'm sorry for everyone that keeps their shrink, but I like to be able to look at an album properly and feel it properly. You know, I know it doesn't keep it in tip-top condition, but you know, I always like to. I think a well-worn album is a well-loved album, so I like to keep them naked if at all possible. Now, as you see, so this is the original. This is my original album from 1974. I got this about 1977. You can see here is my really feeble attempt to take the sticker off of the album. Why did record shops stick stickers on album sleeves? It's the most annoying thing. Anyway, but this album was packaged beautifully. I just love this little thing here where the sleeve is split, and you can take out or you can turn it round, and you can make different John faces by swapping it round like that. And the album inside has also got some John pictures that you can do the same thing with, like this. You know, you can make different Johns, and they're all very amusing. All very amusing. So that was that's the original Walls and Bridges. The album also came with this full-size book, lit, I suppose it is, with the lyrics and some of John's paintings in it. And guess what? You'll never guess what. Mine came with 2. I've got 2 of them, which is a bit unusual, but you know, something for free. I don't want to spend too much time showing you my other CD versions of Walls and Bridges, but it's just really to make the point about how the Japanese one sticks to the original format. So this was the first one that I got. I'm trying to find a place where it's not glary, which is there. So that one didn't have the flaps. It didn't even have a picture of the flaps. It just had the inside cover. The CD itself was sort of a boring sort of silver jobby. And but the booklet that it came with was pretty faithful to the original. There was no extra tracks on it. It was the album as was. The next one that I got was the 2005 issue, which didn't even have the original sleeve on it. It had this new picture, and the disc was like the Sometime in New York City, Happy Christmas, War is Over. For some reason, I don't understand why they used this label for this issue. Now this had a different booklet. It partially stayed faithful to the original, but it did have some new pictures in it, and it did have a couple of extra tracks. Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out, alternate version, and a John interview, and that is the same as the Japanese one that I've just bought. It's the same track listing as that. And then there was the signature box, which did stick to the original cover. It did have a picture of the flaps, but it is just a picture. They're not real flaps. And the back of it, and that stuck to the original track listing. The booklet that came with it was much enhanced. It had some colour pictures in it, which the other one didn't. And the CD from the signature box had the football picture from the inside cover of the original album. So on to the Japanese CD that I've just bought. It did come with the obi. Obi being the Japanese word for absolutely pointless piece of card that nobody knows what to do with. But it did come with the original flaps. Great word, flaps. So you can make your funny Johns, your amusing Johns with that. Inside we get this extra bit, which is all the Japanese text. I'm assuming is a little bit about each album. I'm assuming that because if I fold it up and show it close, you can see amongst all that Japanese writing, you can see the word Mind Games, and down here rock and roll. So there's a little bit about each album. On the other side there are the lyrics in English and in Japanese. The booklet is absolutely faithful to the original, exactly the same. And get this little inner sleeve as well, and guess what? It's on Apple. Lovely Apple. So that's it. That's the Japanese Walls and Bridges. To say the track listing is exactly the same as the 2005 UK issue, with the alternate version of Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out and a John interview. So just the three Beatley finds this week from my record store jaunt. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the three things that I've found in my little mini haul. If you like these sort of videos of stuff that I find in record shops, please tell me down in the comments. If it's reasonably popular, I'll try and do some more in the future. If it's not, I'll just keep it all to myself and won't bother you with such trivialities. So if you have liked this video, please give us a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell, do a little dance around your computer, hit yourself on the head with a big book, maybe something like War and Peace. Thank you very much for watching the video, and the next video is going to be a look at Paul McCartney's 1980s 12-inch singles, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much.